Welcome to BoCo Summit, the Rural Broadband Technology Solutions Summit 2018. We wish to thank our sponsors for helping to create a path for fast, affordable connections. This is the Rural Broadband Technology Solution Summit Kickoff with Dr. Donald Max Scothorn, Vice Chair of the Botetourt County Board of Supervisors. He is also the Chair of the Botetourt County Broadband Advisory Commission and Doctor in Residence for Vistar Eye Center.
Thank you for coming. I just want to make a few notes that where did we all begin? Where did we start from? And what has been happening through this period of time and where we are today. First and foremost, we did a study, kind of the millennials of the county. What is it that they really wanted? What did they want to go for? And there are three things that they wanted to see. First was affordable housing in Botetourt County. The second thing was the greenways, increased greenways, and interconnecting greenways. And yesterday we did see a study on the greenways. And the third thing was to have broadband. So we listened. So Gary LaRue and myself and some of the administrative faculty got together and said, okay, let's have a study done just to see how this is going to work out. And we went with the EDA and had them go ahead and commission Jennifer Eddy with Eddy Communications. And I think I did see Jennifer here. Raise your hand, Jennifer, if you're in here.
You just stepped out.
Perfect timing, perfect timing. So what happened was she had done a study, pretty informative study for us, and listening to it, very informative for me. And then at that point in time, and I'll go through each step, but what we had then was to have her do this towards the end of 2017 to do this study. And what it found was the needs in the rural areas, the home businesses, the speed or the fluctuating speed, and the competitive pricing. A little story, I had gone to Atlanta to drop my son off at 25 years old, and these they're 25-year-olds or 20-year-olds, it's just they suck this stuff up. It's just absolutely incredible. So, he had gone to Atlanta. He said, I got to get internet. He didn't have to get water. He didn't have to get power. He wanted to get internet first before anything else. And I'm thinking, what in the world is wrong here? But so the most important thing was to find internet. Well, he got internet. And he said, Dad, I'm getting 100 megabytes. I said, well, okay. How did you know that? And he told me how I found out. And I said, well, how much do you have in Botetourt when you're back there? He said, 25. We have 25 download and 25 upload, but it fluctuates. And I said, what's the pain? What are you paying between the differences between the two? And he said, there's a significant difference. In Atlanta, there's a whole lot less. But what I found was, he knows what he wants. I was on the road here this morning coming here, and one of the gentlemen I was talking to said, but we really don't use that many megapixels. We don't use that many megabytes to really worry about that situation. I said, it's not what's today. It's not what's right now. It's what's going to happen in the future. For me, in my practice, the amount that we need is incredible because the data what we're sending into our server is megabits, it's gigabits that we're trying to send. And we need that, but we need it fast. So that is very important for us to do photos, making sure they're sent back and forth. But we also need, reliable, redundant things. And what we found is whenever that goes down, it shuts everything down. So the reliability is also important. But what we found within that area is, the rural areas. I did not know there were that many home businesses. And, the educational that is needed. We are an area in the rural area that's not being serviced. And we want to try to find routes to find how can we get them that information, how can we get them that connectivity. And again, I did not realize there were that many home businesses. But that being said, I took a look at Roanoke County. And in the real estate in Roanoke County, they have the utilities marked, and they tell you what utilities are. And then they also have what the connectivity, who the company is, and what speed it is at. And that is on the real estate format, so it has everything on there. What a great selling point for the real estate. And we need that in Botetourt County. So going back to Jennifer Eddy, and what she had done, these are some of the quotes that individuals had put down. Back to the 1990s, please help improve mobile and internet service in Botetourt. If we want to become a destination for businesses and families, internet and cell service. Another one, broadband is a necessity. It needs to be reliable and affordable. Right now, it is neither. And the third one I got here, in my opinion, our future is more important than any other consideration. In order for young people to prosper and have that ability to stay and find gainful employment, Botetourt needs cutting-edge technology available to all the county. And that is so true. So what we did then after this, there are suggestions that Jennifer had made for us. One of those suggestions was to formulate a commission. So this commission that we formulated with help with Gary and Ken, David Moorman, and some other individuals, as well as Michelle had put her 2 cents in as well. But here's our champions. And what I say champions is that Jim Baller I talked to him last night, and what he said is sometimes those champions have to take this on their back and move through. And it is so true. These guys I have on this commission are champions. I might be a small facilitator, but the brain power these guys have is just absolutely incredible. And what we have in here in brain power is just fantastic. And I can't thank you enough for coming here and helping us out. But here is the champions. Gary LaRue, Walter Grigg, Ken McFadden, and if you would all stand, please. So people have already probably met you and know you, but if you please stand. Michelle Crook, Frank Smith, Daryl Hicks, Brandon Evans, and last but not least, by any means, Arlene Boyd. If I can have a hand, I walked into that meeting and I said, they can solve all of our world problems, so we can go to them. So before I leave, I want to thank you for all your participation that you're going to give us tonight. You're going to give us answers that we need for our public. We need answers for our citizens. I look forward to hearing from the experts and the creative ways that Botetourt can use for our expansion of connectivity, for the well-being of our citizens, for the endeavors of education, healthcare, business, safety, real estate, etc. This is a beginning, and I'm looking forward to where we go to next. And we need answers, and you guys have them.
We would like to give a special thanks to these organizations. Engage with us on our journey at BoCo Summit at botetourtva.gov, and a special thanks goes to our community volunteers. We also would like to thank our sponsors. This has been presented by Botetourt County of Virginia. The BoCo Summit was produced at the direction of the Botetourt County Broadband Advisory Commission.